Hello, everybody. I'm Richard Osman. Welcome to the House of Games. Now, all week, I've been quizzing these four famous faces, and today we're going to find out our weekly champion, who will be walking away with this trophy. So let's meet our players for one final time this week. We have Mr. Nish Kumar, Anneka Rice, Clara Amfo, and Al Murray. Excited, everybody?
Yes.
Still anyone's game. It's double points Friday. That means your leaderboard points at the end of today's show will be doubled and will be added to the weekly leaderboard. Any of you, I think I said last time, apart from Anneka, could still win this. You could win today.
My problem is I need a bit of jeopardy. Can I decorate the studio or something while it's going on? I just need to be doing something.
You're dismantling it and building it again against the clock.
I'll be this, I'll be all over it.
While a helicopter follows you from above. Shall we take a look at how our weekly leaderboard stands after 4 shows? Anneka with 5 points, Clara with 7, Al with 13, Nish with 15 points. So there we have it. Nish, you've won the last 3 shows.
Yep.
How is that making you feel? You must be coming in with some confidence.
Really uneasy. I'm not a front runner. Last place is where I'm comfortable.
I would fear Al Murray.
Yeah,
so you look at him at the end
Murray.
there. He's just got that poise.
I'm an underdog.
Tell you who's an underdog, Anneka. That's an underdog. Okay.
I'm very happy though. I'm with you. I kind of like nestling in the long grass.
Clara.
Richard.
Now, we've seen you nearly win a couple of episodes. You've yet to win an episode. Today, it's your last opportunity.
I'm just going to say
Yes.
Amsterdam Be Dexterous
Which was brilliant.
Oof.
and Kurt Cobain Tree.
Yeah.
Right. Yesterday, you gave the answer Kurt Cobain Tree,
Yes, I did.
which was a picture of Kurt Cobain and where it was a Grand National run. I would say you said it maybe 14 or 15 seconds after you buzzed in, and so it was disallowed, and then Al Murray stole it from you. Don't buzz in before you know the answer. That's the key.
Oh, I've learnt my lesson. I've eaten my humble pie.
Al.
Yeah.
You won on Monday.
Yeah.
You were the big favourite. Weirdly, you still seem the favourite, despite the fact that Nish has won the last 3 days.
Well, you're putting me through this. He's cracked the code for the last round, which is where you can win and lose points. He's a boiling hot pot of ambition. Look at him.
He really is. He pretends he's not, but he is. Don't forget, there's also daily prizes. Al, on Monday, you walked away with a House of Games dressing gown. Nish, you got 3 daily prizes. You have won a House of Games driving gloves. You won a House of Games...
Set of binoculars.
Set of binoculars. And even better, yesterday you won House of Games teas made.
Teas made.
Should we take a look at today's daily prizes?
Whoa.
Wow.
There's a punch bag. There is a calculator.
Wow.
Most importantly, there's a onesie there. There is a House of Games jigsaw. The House of Games slippers. Can I say it's been an absolute pleasure having you all here all week. It's been very competitive, but a load of fun. One of you is going to be our champion. Very, very best of luck to all of you. Should we play our first game?
Yeah.
Sure. OK, let's do it. The answers in the question. OK, here we go. You will see a sentence, each of you, one by one. Part of that sentence is in capital letters, and those capital letters are an anagram of the answer. Again, if you've been watching this show, some of these rounds sound like they're very complicated, then you watch them, they're not. This is one of those. Nish, we'll start with you.
OK.
Historical figures is the category, is Nish's question. This diminutive emperor might have needed an open loan to finance his retreat from Moscow in 1812.
I'm going to say Napoleon.
Napoleon, is that right? It is indeed. Very well played. Do you see the simplicity of it?
good.
Anneka, here's yours. Judging by his mummy, this teenage king of ancient Egypt wasn't a mutant hunk.
Could that be Tutankhamun?
Could it be Tutankhamun? It could indeed. Anneka, very well played. Tutankhamun. Clara, here is yours on historical figures. Since Henry VIII would rather a prince be than a loving spouse, he managed to get through 5 wives before settling down with this one.
I'm going to say Catherine Parr.
Anagram of rather a prince, is that right? It is indeed. Very well played, Clara. Very nice. Al Murray, you are last on historical figures. He was gone ages throwing off British rule in the 13 North American colonies, but was eventually rewarded with the top job.
George Washington.
Is the correct answer. Very well done. So all factually accurate and all anagrams. It's very impressive. And you got them all right, which is very good. Let's see what the next category is. US cities. Nish, here's your next question. You can probably find a band playing a late set in this birthplace of grunge.
That's Seattle.
Let's take a look. Absolutely right, Seattle, well played. Anneka, here's yours. Hopefully, you won't see a satanic sky when you look up in this city in Missouri. Hopefully, you won't see a satanic sky when you look up in this city in Missouri.
My mind's gone.
OK, Anneka is timed out, so... Clara.
I'm going to say Kansas City.
Oh, it is Kansas City. Well played.
Nicely done.
That was hard to work out, wasn't
Yeah.
it? That was a tough one. Clara's up for it today, isn't she?
Oh, well, she's
Last chance to win, and she wants it. Here we go. Clara, here's yours. They might be hammering nails in podia for the winners of the famous motor race held in this city.
Indianapolis?
Is it Indianapolis? It is indeed. Well played, Clara. Al Murray, you are last in this round. What's this US city? An ego sells in this Californian city that is home to the US movie industry.
Los Angeles.
Is that right? It is Los Angeles. Congratulations to all of you. Let's take a look at our scores at the end of that round. Anneka on 1 point. Al Murray and Nish Kumar have 2. Our current leader, Clara Amfo, with 3. Let's have it. Come on.
Wow.
You can do this, Clara.
I'm just happy that for once in this whole week I'm beating these two.
Should we play another round?
Yeah.
OK, what's up next? Let's find out. Average. By the groans of our contestants, you can tell we have played this one before. And they have let themselves down on each occasion that we have. I'm looking at you, Nish Kumar.
Is it what I said, that the average British Christmas costs £10,000?
It is indeed. It is indeed. You know how this works. You can be playing in pairs. The person in last place always chooses who they pair up with. Anneka, as the player in last place, you get to choose who you're going to have as your final partner on this Friday.
I'm very
stay
happy.
put with Nish.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Lovely. So we have Nish and Anneka, and we have Clara and Al. OK, here's how distinctly average works. If you get your tablets out, everybody, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You each write down your answers, and we will take the average answer from each pair, and the pair who is closest to the real answer gets the point. Let's take a look at your first question. OK, according to NASA, what is the circumference of the Earth in miles, please? Round the equator.
I don't know where to start.
Absolute chaos.
Look at Al Murray. He's so confident.
Well, I think I know.
Oh, no one likes people who
hold on
know
a
things,
minute.
mate.
But I might be wrong.
Has everyone written something down?
Yes.
OK, here we go. Nish, what is the circumference of the Earth in miles, in your opinion?
50,000 miles.
50,000 miles. Anneka saying no, it doesn't bode too well for your average.
but it's weird.
Oh, what's Anneka said?
Well, it's just not that far off.
Oh, wow.
But I could have said
43,000
100,000
But
or
that's good.
2,000.
That way, neither of us has ruined it for the other.
So your average is 46,500 miles.
weird.
Clara, Clara, oh, don't like that look on your face, Clara. What have you said?
I said 30,000
30,000 miles.
miles.
OK. Al Murray, who thinks you know.
I think it's 18,000 miles.
18,000 miles. So your average is 24,000 miles. So 46,500 miles to 24,000 miles. OK, what do you think at home? Especially if you're playing with the two of you as well. Let's see where your average is. What's the actual answer? What is the circumference of the Earth in miles?
Oh,
24,874.
But
That's amazing.
You and Clara together are like a genius.
Amazing.
I love that.
The point there goes to Clara and Al.
It's amazing they were all within, you know.
Here is your second one. How many mainline train stations are there in Britain, according to a report published by the Office of Road and Rail in December 2016?
So close.
Everyone got one? I'm trying to think what I would say. I'd say somewhere around 1,000, I think. But that could be so wrong. I literally don't have a clue. Let's see what Nish has said.
Well, if you're saying 1,000, I'm saying 2,500.
2,500.
Yeah.
Anneka,
946.
that's around about 1,000.
I know. Richard, you and I just
That's-
like...
I know, like that. Let's take a look at your average, Anneka and Nish. 1,723.
That sounds good. I like
Happy
that.
with that? Happy with
I've
that?
been on most of those.
Clara, I love that look on your face.
Well, I guess me and Nish were like that, because I said
Oh, wow.
2,500 as well. Al Murray, what have you gone
Well,
for?
I went low.
400.
I just don't think it's as many as you might think it is. But I don't know.
It's really genuinely
it's
tricky.
really
one.
difficult.
It feels like you should know.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what your average is. Clara and Al, 1,450.
It's going to be close.
Let's take a look. How many mainline train stations are there in Britain? 2,557.
Wow.
You guys.
Points for Anneka and Nish. Well done.
That's brilliant.
Yes, you were right.
So was Clara. It's just your ridiculous guess.
I know.
Mean you lose the point.
I know.
Terrific
Amazing.
answers from Clara and Nish there. Here's your last question.
Very clever.
It's all right, mate.
What is this going to be?
No, it's not.
In January 2017.
Oh, here we go.
Oh. Now,
Nish's
if
life's
you were
been
watching
made.
earlier in the week, we discovered that Nish thought that chickens produced milk.
An entirely regrettable mistake.
Turns out they didn't.
Yeah, it
Confirmed
turns
they
out.
don't.
Yeah.
In January 2017, the National Chicken Council predicted that Americans would consume how many chicken wings during the Super Bowl 51 weekend? This is a tricky one.
This is the worst one.
Yeah, but listen, the worst that can happen is the lead that you've been holding all week gets taken away from you by Clara or Al and you lose the trophy at the last moment. It's literally the worst thing that can happen. Nish. Everybody have an answer? Excellent. So how many
Yes.
chicken wings were eaten during the Super Bowl 51 weekend by Americans? Nish, what have you gone for?
1 million.
Nish says 1 million.
1 million wings.
Al Murray doesn't like that. We will see why in a minute. Anneka, are you going up or down from that?
I went 51 million, and then, but I also went 510 million at one point, and then just dropped a few hundred.
So you want 51 million. So your average, Anneka and Nish, is 26 million wings. Clara,
I went 162 million.
162 million.
Interesting.
You've gone fully 161 million above Nish's answer. Al Murray, where have you gone?
150 million chicken wings.
150 million. Very, very in tune with Clara.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about $1 million now?
I'm feeling like chicken has come back to bite me in the rear end, Richard.
But let's find out. We have an average for Clara and Al, 156 million. So a disparity here of just 130 million. That's all that stands between the two of you. How many chicken wings are consumed during that weekend? Who's getting the point? That is 1.33 billion. So you are almost $1 billion out over there, but you get the point. Nish,
Yeah.
you are
Yeah.
almost exactly 1.33 billion out
Yeah.
of that answer.
Listen, when you're wrong, sometimes you have to
you
hold
really
your
are.
hands up and
yeah.
say...
Yeah, your 510 million
would have
would
been.
have won you the
Yeah.
points,
Got
Anneka.
there,
It
yeah.
absolutely would. That's a really bad answer. $1 million. The point there goes to Clara and Al. Very well played. Let's take a look at the scores at the end of that round.
Amazing.
Nish.
Goodness me.
Here we go. Anneka, you have 2 points. Nish, 3. Al Murray, 4. Our leader still, Clara Amfo, on 5.
Yay, Clara.
Thank you, Americans.
Shall we forget that ever happened, Nish,
Yes.
and get on with our next round? Let's see where we're going next. Broken karaoke. We did this on Monday, and Clara was rather good at it. In this round, we have a broken karaoke machine. What we're going to do is show you part of a well-known song, but only the first letter of each word. Can you tell us what the songs are? Here we go. Your first song is from 1991. What is this song? It goes in the rhythm of the song as well. Nish Kumar, just before Clara as well.
It's Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams.
Is it indeed? Let's take a listen.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's not worth trying
Yeah.
You can't tell me.
And I think that's probably, I think we can Well, that was really good. Here's your next one. Song now from 1988. What is this song? Clara.
It is I Should Be So Lucky by Kylie Minogue.
Amazing.
Yeah, if that is what that is awesome. If
That
that's
is
right.
obviously that.
Let's take a little listen, shall we? That is very Clara Amfo.
Kylie Minogue, to be honest.
I think you know what?
Oh, that is amazing.
That's very impressive. Kylie Minogue, I Should Be So Lucky. Here's your next one. This is a song from 1980. What is this song? Clara.
Disco by Ottawan.
Is it Disco by Ottawan? Let's listen.
D-I-S.
Very good. Very, very well played, Clara.
Amazing.
Just trying to line up that Radio 2 job.
This is a masterclass. I don't know if you can see the body language, but Al is just sitting back. Clara is actually side on
As soon
me.
as this round came up, she moved into attack
Yeah.
position.
This is my time. I literally have not been able to see Al Murray the whole way this round.
It's fine, I've nothing to contribute.
Here we go. Here's your last question. This is a song from 1976. Anneka Rice.
Thinking of Genie. Genie.
Okay,
Sorry.
you're locked out. Any?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Nish.
Jolene by Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Let's take a listen.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take
Well played,
my
Nish Kumar. Very
Amazing.
nice. Let's see what the scores are at the end of that round. I think quite a good round for Clara Amfo there.
You reckon?
Oh, wow, you're still
amazing.
with us. 2 points for Anneka, 4 points for Al, 5 points for Nish. Clara in the lead with 7 points.
Well done. Go, girl. Making disco.
You're on double points Friday as well, Clara. This is the best one of all to win if you do.
It's tense. It's really tense.
Let's play round 4, shall we? What's it going to be? And the answer isn't, is our next round. Now, you all helped us out with this one before the show. What I'm going to do is ask each of you a question that has multiple choice answers. However, I haven't been bothered to write the answers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the right answer and 3 incorrect answers written by your opponents before the show. Clara, we'll ask you the first question. A point if you get it right, but a point to anybody who manages to fool you. Let's have a look at your question. What name has the Natural History Museum given to the blue whale skeleton that has replaced Dippy the dinosaur in their entrance hall? Is it Bluebell? Is it Hope? Is it Liberty? Or is it Willie? So 3 of those are written by your opponents. 1 is the correct answer.
I don't think the answer's Willie. Would the Natural History Museum really call a blue whale skeleton Bluebell? I feel like they'd want to go something really universal and righteous sounding like Liberty or Hope. I'm hoping it's Hope.
So Clara says Hope. Is that the correct answer? That is the correct answer. Very well played, Clara. Very nice. Shall we take a look at who wrote the others? Bluebell was Al. Liberty, oh, that's nice. Anneka, there's a shock, Nish.
All right.
You wrote Willie in an attempt to distract Clara, and it didn't work. Very well played, Clara. The next question is to Al Murray. Here's your question. In 2016, it was revealed that Dame Judi Dench had what phrase tattooed on her wrist? OK, I'm going to give you 4 options. 1 is correct. The other 3 have been made up by your opponents. Is it all the world's a stage? Is it Carpe Diem? Is it In Vino Veritas? Or is it Veni, Vidi, Vici? I can't believe she's got any of those tattooed on her wrist, but she has got one of them tattooed on her wrist. 3 of them have been made up by your opponents to try and fool you.
It could be Carpe Diem, and what we've got is 2 trying to echo Carpe Diem with the Vino Veritas and Veni Vidi Vici. I think, but I'm sure I'm wrong, It's Carpe Diem.
Are you right? You are right.
Oh, wow.
Very well played. Who wrote All the World's a Stage? That was Nish. Nish, that's clever. You nearly had him there. In Vino Veritas, Anneka, Veni Vidi Vici from Clara. Those are good wrong answers.
Yeah.
Well played, all of you. Next up, it is Nish. Here's your question. The American football player who is picked last in each year's NFL draft is traditionally known by what humorous title?
Yeah.
Is that player known as Mr. Flatfoot, Mr. Immaterial, Mr. Irrelevant, or Mr. Spontaneous?
So I'm going to try and work it alongside some Murray-esque logic.
Oh, dear.
Uh-oh.
Immaterial, irrelevant, and spontaneous. It feels like the answer is one of those. I'm going to go Mr. Irrelevant.
Let's see, is Mr. Irrelevant the right answer? It is the right answer. Goodness me. Let's see who came up with the others. Al, Mr. Flatfoot, Preston, Mr. Immaterial, Anneka, Mr. Spontaneous, Clara. Right, everyone's doing very well on this round. Anneka, here's your question. According to a line in Jonathan Swift's Polite Conversation, he was a bold man that first ate what? A lobster, an oyster, a bogey. I'm looking at you, Nish Kumar.
Why? What have I done?
First ate mussels. So lobster, oyster, bogey, or mussels. Are there any you want to get rid of immediately, Anneka?
The word bogey and polite don't sit happily
So maybe
in the same
not
senses.
an
If the
oyster.
right one was mussels, the person would have written oysters or lobsters. I'm going to go for an oyster.
Are you right for a clean sweep in this round from everybody? You are right.
wow.
Goodness me, well played. Nobody fooled anybody. Let's take a look at who wrote
Yes,
the others,
who did
Nish.
write the other ones?
I would have gone for lobster there, Clara. I thought it was a very, very good answer. But Nish Kumar, you surprised me.
Willy,
Willy in one round, bogey in the next.
It's something
goodness
for the
me.
kids doing their homework.
Al wrote
Nice
mussels
of you.
for oyster.
Yeah.
Well played, Anneka. Everybody got a point in that round. Good work. We take a look at the score before we go on to our final round. Here's where we stand. 3 points to Anneka, 5 points to Al Murray, 6 points to Nish Kumar, 8 points to Clara Amfo.
Come on, Clara.
Now, don't forget, there is the Daily Show to worry about. We know that. Who's going to win that? And Clara, be your first win of the week. But also, we have that overall score to look at. One of you is going to win this trophy after a week's worth of quizzing. At the end of this round, we will know our weekly champion. Should we play our final round of the week?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do
As
it.
always, the final round is... Answer Smash. Everything here has 2 answers, and they go into each other. You know how this works already. You just need to smash those 2
Go for it,
answers
Nish.
together. Very best of luck. Anybody could still be our weekly champion of House of Games. 1 point if you get a correct answer. You lose a point if you get an incorrect answer, which you did 3 times yesterday, Clara.
I remember that.
You remember that? And if you buzz in, I need an answer straight away.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's your first category. Chancellors of the Exchequer. So we'll show you a picture of a Chancellor of the Exchequer and the clue underneath. You need to smash the 2 answers together, please. Best of luck, everybody. Here we go. Which song was the B-side of Boney M's Rivers of Babylon and reached number 2 in the UK charts in 1978? Al Murray.
Gordon Brown, Girl in the Ring.
Is that right? It is indeed Gordon Brown, Girl in the Ring. Well played, Al. Here's your next one. Terry Gilliam provided the surreal animations for which BBC comedy show? Nish.
Norman Lamonti Python.
I'll give you that. Norman Lamonti Python's Flying Circus is exactly right. Here's your next one. What's the answer smash here? Which speedy blue creature is the mascot of a computer games company, Sega? Nish Kumar.
Nigel Lawsonic the Hedgehog.
Is the right answer, Nish Kumar. Well done. Every day he's good at this round. Every
This is
day.
where it's won the show.
It really is. Are you going to snatch the show and snatch the week here? Here is your next category. Creepy crawlies. What are the answer smashes here? Can anyone stop Nish? British boxer Nicola Adams won 2 Olympic gold medals in which weight category? Anneka Rice.
Dragon flyweight.
Is it dragon flyweight?
Flyweight.
Oh, that's amazing.
Absolutely is, Anneka. Very well played. Here's your next one. Which 1976 film musical, directed by Alan Parker, has a cast entirely made up of children? That is Al Murray.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry, Al.
No.
Too late you are. Dr. Clara Amfo.
Bugsy Malone.
Not the right answer, I'm afraid. Anybody else?
Bed Bugsy Malone.
It's Bed
Let's
Bugsy.
find out. Is it Bed Bugsy Malone? It is Bed Bugsy Malone. That's very unlucky. You both lost a point there.
we did.
Here we go. Come on, still questions to go, Clara. What's the answer smash here? Oldham and which other English Football League team are known as the Latics?
What is that?
Al Murray.
Earwiggum.
Is it Earwigan? Absolutely right. Earwigan Athletic. Very well played. The fight back continues. This is neck and neck. Here's your next category. Reality TV stars.
no.
Those are going to be the pictures. There's clues underneath them. Smash the answers together, please. Which act topped the UK singles chart in 1992 with Deeply Dippy?
Mark
Clara.
Right Said Fred.
Well done.
Mark Right Said Fred, says Clara Amfo. And she is absolutely right. Well done. And we have the end of the show. Who won Friday's show? Let's find out our daily winner, shall we? Clara, you have not won one so far this week. Have you pulled it off at the last minute? Nish had a good last round.
Oh.
It's a tie. You have a tie on this Friday. Our first tie of the week between Clara and Nish. One further answer smash question. Fingers on buzzers. One more question. We were on reality TV stars. Buzz in and get it wrong, you lose a point.
Oh, Lordy.
Buzz in and get it right, you are today's winner. Let's take a look. In terms of population, Milwaukee is the largest city in which US state? Clara.
Leona St. Louis.
Not, I'm afraid. That means we hand the win to Nish Kumar. Let's take a look at what the answer was.
No, it's
Leona, Wisconsin. Nish, you are today's winner. Clara, I'm so sorry. Once again, you've done it.
Gutted for you.
Nish, pick a prize on today's prize board. There's a jigsaw.
There is a jigsaw. I think, though, I am going to go with the onesie.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Nish Kumar takes home
Good
the onesie.
call.
Well done. Taking home the onesie, but who is taking home this House of Games trophy? Who is our winner? You've been here all week, all four of you. Been brilliant fun and incredibly competitive. Should we take a look at the final leaderboard? It's been double points Friday as well. Don't forget, here is our House of Games champion for the week. Of course, it is Nish Kumar. Nish Kumar, very well played. Nish, congratulations.
Win it as well.
What a way to win it. 4 shows out of 5 as well. Terrific stuff. Thank you all so much for joining me this week on the House of Games. And thank you all so much for joining me on the House of Games too. We'll see you soon.
Oh, yeah. This is it.
Well done. How about that? Congratulations.
Ha ha ha!